First up, Gina Carano is making waves, addressing the controversial remarks from UFC fighter Sean Strickland. She's not holding back her thoughts on his recent comments and what she believes is driving them. Tune in to hear her full take. Then, get ready for an unprecedented partnership. The UFC is training the FBI. We'll break down this incredible initiative that sees top fighters heading to Quantico to share their skills with federal agents. This is a game changer. And in the octagon, the pound-for-pound rankings have been shaken up. Charles Oliveira's massive jump after his latest victory is making headlines, while Max Holloway takes a tumble. We've got the details on who's up, who's down, and what it means for their legacies. Plus, we're diving deep into the full story behind the UFC's collaboration with the FBI and getting you the complete breakdown of the latest fighter callouts and ranking shifts. You don't want to miss any of this. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Gina Carano weighs in on Sean Strickland's controversial remarks. Gina Carano is addressing the recent outbursts from UFC middleweight Sean Strickland, offering a perspective that goes beyond the headlines. Instead of directly engaging with Strickland's often provocative statements, Carano suggests his words stem from a place of personal hurt and that he might be inadvertently exploited for his ability to generate controversy. "I think they're sadly coming from a hurt place, and hurt people, Carano stated during a recent media availability. She elaborated, expressing a belief that Strickland is being used, with his pain visibly on display, and that the focus should be on encouraging healing. Carano also touched upon the broader theme of masculinity and self-defense, advocating for both men and women to be empowered to protect themselves and their loved ones, a sentiment she believes is crucial in today's world. The conversation also touches upon the upcoming May 16th showdown between Carano and former UFC bantamweight champion Ronda Rousey. This commentary is sparking debate about fighter conduct and the UFC's stance on controversial statements. Will Carano's insights change how we view fighter behavior? Next, we're heading to Quantico for a training session you won't believe. UFC fighters gear up to train the FBI. In a groundbreaking initiative, the Ultimate Fighting Championship is set to collaborate with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, sending some of its top athletes to train FBI agents. This unique partnership will see UFC fighters and matchmaker Mick Maynard traveling to the FBI Special Agent Academy in Quantico, Virginia. Their mission? To provide agents in training and senior FBI staff from across the globe with insights into their rigorous training regimens and to demonstrate specific combat techniques and tactics. This collaboration offers a unique tactical perspective to the agents as they prepare for their demanding roles in the field. The announcement comes as the UFC is also gearing up for a high-profile event on the White House South Lawn in June, an event expected to draw significant attention and for which TKO Group Holdings, the UFC's parent company, anticipates a substantial financial investment. UFC CEO Dana White expressed immense respect for the FBI, stating, "Our UFC fighters are some of the baddest men and women on the planet, and they are heading to Quantico to train the best FBI agents in mixed martial arts. It's an incredible opportunity for our athletes to experience, and we're proud to support the FBI in strengthening their defense techniques." FBI Director Kash Patel echoed this sentiment, calling it a tremendous opportunity for our FBI agents to learn and train with some of the greatest athletes on Earth, helping the world's premier law enforcement agency be even better prepared to protect the American people. This collaboration highlights a mutual respect and a shared commitment to preparedness between the UFC and the FBI. Can these MMA techniques truly enhance federal law enforcement tactics? Coming up, the pound-for-pound rankings have been completely reshuffled. Kash Patel confirms UFC fighters to train FBI agents in historic seminar. FBI Director Kash Patel has officially confirmed a remarkable collaboration. UFC fighters will be heading to Quantico, Virginia, to conduct a special training seminar for FBI agents and students. This historic seminar, scheduled for Saturday and Sunday, March 14th and 15th, was detailed in a press release shared by the UFC. The lineup of elite fighters includes interim UFC lightweight champion Justin Gaethje, the inaugural UFC BMF champion Jorge Masvidal, former UFC middleweight champion Chris Weidman, former UFC strawweight title challenger Claudia Gadelha, former UFC lightweight title challenger Michael Chandler, top UFC flyweight contender Manel Kape, and MMA legend Renzo Gracie. Alongside UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard, these athletes will share their expertise on training methodologies, demonstrating specific techniques and tactics crucial for agents preparing to enter the field. Director Patel expressed his enthusiasm, stating, "This is a tremendous opportunity for our FBI agents to learn and train with some of the greatest athletes on Earth, helping the world's premier law enforcement agency be even better prepared to protect the American people." UFC CEO Dana White also voiced his pride, emphasizing the unique chance for fighters and the pride in supporting the FBI's defensive strategies. This partnership is set to precede the UFC's UFC Freedom 250 event, slated for June 14, 2026, on the South Lawn of the White House. This unprecedented training initiative underscores a unique synergy between combat sports and national security. What does this mean for the future of law enforcement training? And later, the pound-for-pound rankings are in turmoil after UFC 326. Charles Oliveira's meteoric rise and Max Holloway's fall in updated UFC rankings. The latest UFC pound-for-pound rankings have seen a dramatic shakeup following UFC 326, with Charles Oliveira making a significant leap and Max Holloway experiencing a notable decline. Oliveira, after his impressive victory, has surged 8 spots to claim the number 11 position, now tied with Jack Della Maddalena. Conversely, Holloway has dropped 4 spots to number 16, raising questions about his ranking despite competing at a higher weight class. This shift prompts a reevaluation of their standing in the all-time fighter conversation. Prior to UFC 326, many observers likely placed Holloway ahead of Oliveira, citing Holloway's multiple title defenses at featherweight and his prior technical victory over Oliveira, which was cut short by injury. However, Oliveira's clear head-to-head win at UFC 326, coupled with his impactful lightweight career moments, now demands consideration. The rankings also tease upcoming bouts featuring top contenders, including Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje and Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane at the UFC White House event on June 14th. The results from UFC 326 have clearly reignited the debate about legacy and dominance within the UFC's elite echelon. This ranking shakeup is fueling intense fan discussion about fighter legacies and future matchups. Will Oliveira's climb continue, or will Holloway rebound? Stay tuned for our full recap and what's next. And that's your news roundup. Gina Carano shared her thoughts on Sean Strickland's comments. The UFC is teaming up with the FBI for an incredible training initiative, and the pound-for-pound rankings are seeing major shifts after UFC 326. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive content, ring the notification bell, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our socials.